Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Miss. First of all, I want to say thank you very much for taking your time. So today I have permission to interview. Let me introduce myself. My name is Vintiane Hanafiah Sabastian. I am from Business Administration Study Program, class of 1B. Okay, let's get started. The first question, may I know about yourself? Like, what's your name, where you come from, and other biographies about you?
Okay, thank you very much, Vintiane. Uh, what should what should I say? Vintiane, Vintiane,
You can call me Anna.
Anna. Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Anna. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Shivana Novianti. I work as a lecturer in Politeknik Negeri Bandung. I live in Bandung and I was born also in Bandung. 10th November 1991. I studied. Actually, my background is tourism. I took my bachelor degree in UPI, in the Indonesian University of Education, and I continue my study to Monash University Australia for 2 years. So after I graduate from Monash, I took kind of the test CPNS, yeah, civil servant test in Politeknik Negeri Bandung, and I'm now become a lecturer in Politeknik Negeri Bandung.
Okay.
That's all. What else?
Next, how long have you been a lecturer in Polban?
I have been a lecturer in Polban since 2018, so it's been 2 years for me.
What major do you take? Do you teach?
I teach tourism, particularly in usaha perjalanan wisata study program.
What made you interested in becoming a lecturer in Polban?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. It's because since I was in junior high school, I think I always have a dream to be a lecturer because I see my mom as a teacher. But when I told her that I want to be a teacher, my mom said that it is better for you to better than me. I mean, like just be maybe higher than me, not just become a teacher, but become a lecturer. So after I graduate from bachelor degree, I immediately took master degree. So without going or working first in industry, but I immediately took a master's degree so that I can reach my dream as a lecturer.
I see. Next, what was the most memorable experience you had while teaching in Polban?
The most memorable experience, I think it is because the ambience, the environment that I found a little bit different with what I have in maybe when I took my bachelor degree or master degree, because being in a vocational school, vocational college like polytechnic, because it is a little bit different with university. It I think it becomes a challenge for me to be more practical, to be more hands-on, to be more maybe closer to the students, because it is not always delivering knowledge. The lecturer in polytechnic has to be more practical, like being have a lot of experience in industry and also I think the way of thinking, the way of doing things in polytechnic is challenging but interesting for me. Also because I think the most interesting part is when I have to kind of guide or I can have to be a tutor in one of the units, character building.
Uh,
Oh no,
a
oh
little bit, I don't.
so you have know that units in your study program.
Mm.
In UPW we have this character building program. I mean units. So we kind of gather class 1, 2, and 3 and doing a project. So that kind of project, the big project, the event is just it's like it's not something that I teach in university, because previously I also teach in UPI. So it's just like very apa ya, theoretical, very knowledge, something more just not really practical. But in polytechnic, everything has to be hands-on. Everything has to be maybe translated into something more practical, like event or project, something like that. So it is very challenging for me.
Okay. Next, what was the hardest things you experienced while teaching at Polban?
The hardest thing, I don't think that it's something like hard, because everything I put my minds that everything is easy as long as you put efforts or you're willing to learn, something like that. I don't think that it is really hard at all.
Okay.
So no hard the hardest thing, I have no experience doing that.
Okay. Next, what is the joy and sorrow of teaching in Polban?
What do you mean join sorrow?
Suka duka.
It's like suka duka, joy and sorrow. Oh, joy and
Joy
sorrow.
and sorrow.
I don't think it is a correct term
uh,
for translating
yeah,
suka.
sorry.
I think it's like what is the good things and bad things, something like just good
Oh,
and
yeah.
bad things. Joy and sorrow. Yeah, maybe because I am Alhamdulillah, I have a lot of very nice and very clever, diligent students that makes my teaching easier. I mean, if I if I teach students that really hard to be taught, also of course it makes me pusing ya. but alhamdulillah, in my study program they're all kind and nice and cooperative. But and also, yeah, because maybe one of the one the sorrow that you mean is because maybe during this pandemic era, when we have to be all online and everything's also, of course, is a bit more challenging than before, doing the online, doing the I always want to do online, but at the same time, the students cannot do online because of the quota and connection, something like that. So I think it is one of the hard. That's not the hardest thing, but it's the sorrow thing that you want.
uh, do you have any message for new college students?
New college students. Oh, I always give this as epilogue, yeah, as a prologue before doing my lecture. You, all of them, yeah, all of you has to be has to improve yourself, as long as that as long as that you're as a student. I mean, you have a lot of time to improve yourself. Why? Because in the end, when you graduate, you don't want to be like just ordinary. You don't want to be just like any other people. Of course, you want to be different. You want to be more unique, right? So you have to improve yourself. That you have to gain kind of the uniqueness of you. Maybe because maybe one of them, you have a good ability in English, or you have a good skill in communication, or you have maybe kind of you can play music, or do design, something like that, you have to be search one skills that that you think that it makes you different with others. Because when you graduate, when you want to apply to corporate or work firms, they will find one of a kind persons, not just ordinary persons. So just be that unique, be that one of a kind persons. Maybe that's all.
Okay, thank you. That's all the question for me. The interview is done, and this is the end in this interview. Thank you so much, Miss Shiva, for this opportunity, for the answer, and for some advice. Stay healthy, Miss. I will end this here. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, next.